It is currently 10:10 p.m. on a Sunday night as I'm filming this video. I am here in my office. I think I'm the only one in my building. I just finished up filming a long form video for my YouTube channel. And as I was filming it, I realized I've been alone for like a really long time. And I'm not necessarily upset about it because I know that it contributes to my success, which is why I'm making this video. I think this is such an important thing to talk about when it comes to success that it obviously deserves a video of its own. So let's get into it. You need to get comfortable with being lonely and being by yourself if you want to be successful. My life for the past year has consisted of nothing but waking up in the morning, coming to work, going to the gym, going to jiu-jitsu on a few days throughout the week, and then going back to sleep and doing it all over again. I sit in my office by myself anywhere from 12 to 16 hours. I'm driving by myself, I work out by myself. My life for the past year has been 95% by myself. Occasionally I'll go out with some friends, occasionally I'll spend some time with my family, but it's very, very rare. And I'm getting more and more phone calls from my mom recently that I haven't been spending as much time with my family. But they understand that I'm working towards a bigger goal, and this is just the phase that I'm in during my life. So for someone that has clicked on this video and trying to figure out like why this is of any value to you, it's because a lot of people usually tap out to this one aspect. A lot of people, I think, have the potential to sit through the pain, sit through the struggle, sit through the complexity of trying to figure out certain parts of their business or certain part of an idea or certain parts of a goal that they're trying to accomplish. But when it comes to the aspect of loneliness, when you realize truly how lonely it can become when you're in this journey and this mission of chasing your goals and nobody else is going to sit there with you, people tap out. They'll make excuses like, well, this isn't what life is about. Not everything is about money. End of the day, I'm working so I can be with my family again. So why don't I just forget the work and the money and I go be with them right now? And this, in my opinion, honestly just comes from a mindset of weakness in the fact that you aren't comfortable with being by yourself. And I'm not even necessarily saying that it's a matter of comfort, although being comfortable by yourself will make it easier. You just need to be someone that has the type of character and the type of tenacity in which it just doesn't bother you. So it's important because, number one, I think being lonely allows you to think better. I heard this saying in, I think it was a podcast or like a lecture that I was listening to yesterday that said, you start to understand God better in solitude, or you get closer to God in solitude. And I think that only not applies in religion, but then even in aspects of building your business or getting closer to your goal. When you're sitting by yourself and you have that silence and you don't have the distraction or you don't have the influence of others around you, your mind is now put in a position that allows you to start really thinking for yourself and start really asking yourself the things that matter. And I would even go to the extent of exposing yourself to the things that you tend to run away from or hide from, or the things that you just don't question yourself about when you are with other people. It's when you start to step into this realm that I think you start to not only unlock your potential, but then actually start to face the things that will make a difference for you. It's kind of similar to that quote in which all the things that you want are on the other side of that dark cave you don't want to step into. This dark cave for a lot of people is the loneliness, but it's only after you step into it and you're actually willing to walk through it that you get to a stage that will actually make a difference for your life. So sit in solitude, sit by yourself for a certain period of time and see where your mind will take you, because it's sometimes these places that give you that bright idea that might be $1 billion idea, or allow you to just sit with yourself and consider your life introspectively and find the answers that you've been looking for that you perhaps haven't been able to find when you've been surrounded by the noise of other people. So that's one of the benefits that comes with being alone. It's after you've sat alone by yourself for some time and you've dug into the places that you usually don't dig into, that you find answers that you'll never find had you spent all your time with others around you. Another thing that I think is an absolute benefit when it comes to being alone is the focus that you get. It's by the very nature and by the very logic of you being able to lock in because you're sitting by yourself that you get more done. I'm not busy talking with somebody about some nonsense that's not going to benefit me in any way. I'm not busy trying to pay attention to an individual that, is talking nonsense, and I know I'm not even gonna remember tomorrow. When I'm sitting by myself, I have one of two choices. I can either think about the things that I need to do and then use that time to actually get one step closer and accomplish them, because I'm not obligated to pay attention to anybody else that's around me. Or you can use that time to, just waste it more, I guess. But yeah, simple logic rather to it is when you're by yourself, you can focus more. So if your issue is that you can't focus, you need to be by yourself. Put yourself in a position in which you're not going to have the distraction of somebody else around you. And if it goes to the extent of you saying that, let's say you get distracted by yourself because of your phone, then put your phone away. Completely isolate yourself to the extent that anything that would divert your attention from focusing on the thing that you want to accomplish, isolate yourself from that. And maybe that's your version of loneliness. Your version of loneliness isn't necessarily just being by yourself, away from other people. You might need to be alone, away from your phone, away from your laptop, away from whatever distraction it is that causes you to procrastinate. The idea here with loneliness isn't to just be away from other people. It's to isolate yourself in such a way that you start to hear your own thoughts. That's, I think, the scary part that a lot of people are avoiding, and why, for me, it's worth making a video about. Third aspect of it is, in my experience, from what I've seen so far, it's a reality of life that you need to get comfortable with either way. There will be periods in time, especially if you are someone that is chasing big goals, in which loneliness is just inevitable. The most common reason for that being that a lot of the people around you, or almost actually all the people around you, will not understand your goals or will not see your vision or believe in you the same way that you believe in yourself. And so because of that, because of this lack of similarity that you have with other people around you, it tends to make them create distance in between you. And it's because of this that you need to understand, or rather get comfortable with that reality. You have a goal that you're chasing and you have a mission. Are you going to let the fact that nobody else wants to be on that path with you divert you from accomplishing that mission? Or are you going to give in and just end up going to be with those people because you just couldn't do it alone? So it's a reality, you need to accept it. You chasing a big goal, especially if it's something that is so big to the extent that it even scares other people and scares you yourself, you need to understand that you're going to be walking that path alone. And nobody else is going to be there with you. Nobody's going to be coming to save you. And you need to be able to sit in that loneliness comfortably. And once again, I'll just go back to my experience. It's in the past year that I would say I've been the most isolated, I've been the most alone, but it's the times that have allowed me to move the needle in the things that matter the most. Because I've been able to focus, because I've had the time to be introspective and solve the issues I wasn't able to resolve before, and also because I was able now to just get comfortable with reality. I have been working on this business since 2021. It's 2025 now. I only started moving the needle in the last year. But prior times to that, I remember there would be times where I'd need to do some work, but I couldn't do it alone. So I'd invite some friends over with their laptop or whatever work they have to do, whether it's schoolwork or they're doing, whatever project of their own, just because I don't want to sit by myself. But the end of it would always be the fact that we'd work maybe for 30 minutes to 40 minutes, and then we would want to enjoy each other's presence, and then we just end up closing our computers and going out to eat or play or do whatever. But it's after I've been able to sit alone that I've been able to focus and do what I need to do. And then another aspect of it is I am someone that actually has goals that are big enough, not only to an extent that other people don't want to be around me because they don't understand it, but it also scares myself sometimes to think that I might not be able to accomplish them. But I still find fulfillment in the attempt to reach them. So this is a path in which I am pretty much putting myself through constant suffering all the time. Suffering because I don't want to wake up so early, suffering because I don't want to spend this much time in the office, suffering because even though I'm exhausted from work, I still need to go to the gym for 2 hours, I need to go to jiu-jitsu for 2 hours. That is a pace of life that not a lot of other people are able to keep up with. But that's fine because this is what I need to do to get to my goals. This is, in short, the inevitability that is written for me if I want to get to where I want to get to. And so me being lonely at the same time that it's allowing me to get closer to my goals, it's me learning to be comfortable with the reality of my existence. And another benefit that has come from it is it has allowed me to raise my standard of suffering. When I used to struggle because I'd get so upset by being alone or feeling lonely or not having other people around me and thinking, why am I putting myself through this struggle? Let me just forget about it and go hang out with my friends. It has allowed me to raise my standard, or rather the level of suffering that I can withstand. So now a lot of the things that used to bother me before, they just don't bother me anymore. Because me choosing this life and me getting comfortable with this one aspect has improved many other things that allowed me to raise my standard, so that now the same things that used to bother me before just don't bother me now. So yeah, endless benefits. I'm doing my best to learn how to talk better in these videos as I do them unscripted, but I think there are a lot of other people that are great role models when it comes to talking about this aspect in particular. One of the ones that I always look up to and that I've mentioned in a few videos already is Alex Hormozi. Alex Hormozi talks about the fact that a lot of people these days give in on these dreams or their dreams just because of the fact that they can't put up with the loneliness that comes with it. And he has a way with words in which he's very articulate about it, but yeah, very motivational for me. Really stuck with me when I heard him mention it in his video. And so yeah, I'm getting better every day, and I hope that you can too. Learn to get comfortable with loneliness. Learn to find comfort in sitting in that dark room by yourself for multiple hours on end. Not only because it's going to make you stronger, but also because it's going to help you unlock a new level of introspection, a new level of thoughts and inner feelings that could literally change your life for the better. See you in the next one.